How's it going, everybody? Desir here. We're continuing our Dark Dimension adventures, and we're in the legendary section right now. We are going for that one shot, of course, and we do have Old Man Logan with us. Now, a quick disclaimer. Whoever comes out after the Old Man Logan, I would definitely recommend bringing them up. I don't really care who it is, but these new legendaries are always going to be pretty crazy as far as their stats, their kits, and the use that they're able to use. So whoever that is, I would definitely recommend bringing them. Let's go ahead and check out the team that we're using today though, so that way you have an idea of what I'm using and who you might be able to swap out. Now the characters that I'll be using today are going to be Old Man Logan. I have another mutant character in Rogue. I took her up mainly because of Cosmic Crucible and the use that she's been providing in there. I have Green Goblin Classic for my tech, I have Nova for bio, and Black Cat for skill. Now, obviously if I were to drop one of the characters in here, it would end up being Rogue. She's an older character. Green Goblin Classic is fantastic everywhere. Black Cat, she still has a lot of use. Nova, I use them for plug and play, so that definitely leaves Rogue on the chopping block. To start this wave off, we did have to do quite a few resets because of how the opening to Barrage comes. However, the good thing about the team that we brought along is we have a lot of control abilities in here. The big thing though is try to make sure that you have everybody surviving. If you do that, you're now able to fight back. Because the Blood having the taunt on him, Old Man Logan's going to start by doing the special. We were able to get the stun on him. We're now going to use Nova's special to put a stun on the Quicksilver. Now for Black Cat, we are going to end up targeting the Omega Red and use the special. So we now have 3 stuns out on the other side of the field. For Old Man Logan's turn, we're going to end up targeting the Juggernaut and use the ultimate. And if you didn't notice, the ISOs that we're using for this is everybody is Striker, however we're keeping Old Man Logan as a Skirmisher so we can keep triple taps going. For Rogue's turn, we do end up doing the special on the Juggernaut, so we are able to get that turn rewind on him, and now Rogue has the taunt on herself. For Green Goblin Classic, we're going to use the ultimate. We get a little bit of a turn rewind out there, but it's more for the triple tap ability. When Rogue's turn comes up, we now have another chance for a stun, so we do end up using the ultimate on the Scarlet Witch because I don't want her using the ultimate on us, because that would end up putting the defense down on our characters. For Black Cat, we do end up using the ultimate on one of the Scarlet Witches to do a nice turn meter rewind. For Nova, we're able to use the ultimate, so now we have the Nova Force out there. At this point in the match, try to conserve your abilities. It is okay to burn some of Old Man Logan's because his abilities do come back pretty quick. Now that the next wave has dropped down, you see there's a lot of X-Men characters. Green Goblin Classic's going to use the special on the Rogue, so that way we can get a turn meter rewind and trauma on her. For Old Man Logan, we end up using the special on the Nightcrawler. For Black Cat, we're going to use her basic, and that's going to be able to do a little turn meter rewind for her. And as you see, our main focus right now is going to be that Nightcrawler. When it gets to Old Man Logan's turn, we're going to switch gears. We're going to jump over to the Beast and use the special. We want to get that nice stun on him. So right there, because of the Old Man Logan ultimate, we were able to take care of 2 of the X-Men characters. We were able to kill the Storm and the Beast. The Nightcrawler did end up bleeding out, and Rogue did unfortunately get her special off on our Nova. This wave is pretty much guaranteed right now, so we are going to end up using our basic again. We want to try to get our abilities up for the following wave. Now that the last wave came down, you see this is going to be a little bit tricky. We're going to first jump over to the Rogue and use the special that was able to get the trauma stun on her. For Rogue's turn, we're going to jump over to the Nightcrawler and use the special that's going to put the trauma and the ability block on him. Black Cat's going to use the special to get a stun on the Omega Red. And for Old Man Logan, we're going to end up using the ultimate ability on the Nightcrawler. Our main focus right now is going to be the Nightcrawler. Rogue does end up using the ultimate on the Nightcrawler as well, which gets a stun on him. For Black Cat, we're going to use the ultimate on the Apocalypse, mainly just to get that turn meter rewind on him. Right here I do end up using the ultimate from the Green Goblin Classic that was able to get the traumas out on the other side of the field. The Apocalypse did unfortunately get an ult off, and he ended up using the Falcon Punch on our Rogue. However, we should be okay. The Old Man Logan ends up using the special to get the trauma stun on the Apocalypse. So right now we're just going to tunnel down the Apocalypse because of all the bleeds on the other side of the field. So right now it is down to Old Man Logan versus everybody. This ends up being pretty crazy. We use Old Man Logan's ultimate targeted on the Apocalypse, and you just see him rip through everybody. He did end up killing 2 characters already. I ended up taking out the Dark Beast, Omega Red bleeds out, and now it's just down to the Nightcrawler and the Apocalypse. I do end up using the special on the Apocalypse. I get a nice rebound chain, and he basically soloed the rest of this node. So as you see, I did end up one-shot in this node. I did 238 million points of damage, and the fact that Old Man Logan was able to solo him versus 7 characters was pretty ridiculous. That just kind of speaks volumes as far as how good these new legendary characters are going to be. So that's why I mentioned whoever this new legendary character is that the Illuminati and the Annihilation team unlocks, definitely plan to bring them into that legendary section. So after clearing that first legendary node, I'm currently ranked 789 on my first Dark Dimension run. I'm pretty happy as far as the progress I'm making. Even though I'm not going to get that top 500 that I was aiming for, I'm still enjoying the characters that I took along the way. Now if you did end up enjoying this video, please remember to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.